Some of the other pieces here, the reason why I brought them was to show that you don't have to have a large piece to have a masterwork, in a sense. So when one looks at the bird right in the front here, that bird, or looks at that little bear sitting there, or the hunter in the back here with the spear balanced on one leg, these are phenomenally carved, very intricate, delicate pieces. And recently, some of the top artists have been doing even smaller pieces than that bear, than the little squatting bear, just kind of to show, I think, we could do it. You know, we don't have to make huge pieces. We can make tremendous masterpieces out of extremely small ones. And I've noticed the trend in galleries up in Canada that there's a whole series of tiny miniature pieces that are being carved. It could be also part of the marketing at this point too.
But even so, I mean, there's such beauty, and would you say that is more difficult to do a tiny piece, or is it not fair to compare?
It's all amazing to me.
It's all magic to me. I don't know how they do it. And I have it on video, and I still don't know how they do it. Not a clue. I'd watch Nuna bend down as he was carving something. I'm thinking, what is he thinking? And then he gets up and starts working again.
What about this ivory piece? Explain that. This is quite old, isn't it?
One of the questions that people ask is, where did they learn to carve, and what's the carving all about, and how did it start, and so on. And in truth, the Inuit have no trees, they have no plant life, really, wood, and everything that they had made, especially prior to contact with Europe, which was in the 16 or 1700s when fur traders started coming over, the Northwest Company, they carved all their utensils, knives, harpoons from whalebone. And when they had contact with such companies as the Northwest Company, the Hudson Bay Company, in Alaska more with the Russians, quickly they noticed that the sailors loved some of the little fine utensils that they were making. And the Inuit took tremendous pride. And you know, we have pieces that are 500, 600, 800 years old of combs that are beautifully carved from ivory. So we know that they really, in the few things that they own possession-wise, they took a lot of care in carving them and so on. This is an example of probably Russian. It's from Alaska, probably late 1800s, of a Inuit carved cribbage board. The head and body is a seal. And it would have probably been sold to, or ordered actually, by a Russian sailor. And the Russians would have played the game of cribbage on the boat, and the Inuit provided them with these. This one is probably whalebone, but it could also be a walrus tusk. It's probably 1860 to 1880. There are large pieces like this, much more intricate, and it started here.
We only have 1 minute. I'm
Yes,
so
I'm
sorry.
sorry.
We could,
Not at
no,
all.
don't be sorry, please. I want to thank both of you for coming. Just as we've talked before, you just get sucked in by this, and you can't. It's just a magnet.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you for having
my
us.
pleasure, and I'm so rewarded by having you here. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we hope you'll come back, and you're
We'd
going
love
to.
to.